Let's get started. Yes.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. We're going to try to make this a very productive hour for you. You're taking your time out. We really want to respect that. So thank you so much for being here. And we're going to go through a story. We're going to go through our simple method. We're going to ask some good questions regarding your business. Then hopefully we'll do a volunteer one-on-one, some laser coaching. And then we'll do our irresistible, or what I call awesome offer. And we'll close that out. Try to get that done within the hour. Dr. Alisa Sattler.
So hi, everybody. We just want to welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. We know how busy you are. Entrepreneurs are always busy, and you could be literally anywhere. So we appreciate you giving us a little bit of your time. We want to say thank you to Alternative Balance. Thank you to Gina. Thank you to Michelle for hosting us. It's been a beautiful experience working with you, Michelle, and we're so grateful. And we're so grateful to everybody on the call who joined us today. A couple quick housekeeping tips. First thing is, please be so kind as grab a piece of paper and a pen. We're going to do a little bit of interactive workshopping today so that you're taking this time for you, specifically to focus on your business. So we encourage you to put your business hat on today. Also, we're going to give everybody this presentation. So Michelle, we will send you the most updated, the final presentation today, right after the call, but everybody's going to get a copy of today's presentation so you don't have to take notes. Also, we just want to encourage everybody to take this time for yourself and to focus on working a little bit on your business. And then also, if you have questions, we will leave time for questions at the end of the presentation. So please remember to write your questions down. We really want to help and support everybody on this call today. And so we want to do our best to answer everyone's questions. So thank you. So just really quickly, we just want to talk a little bit. We just want to introduce ourselves. And so my name is Alisa Sattler, and I am one of the Raising My Game coaches. Jeff Smith and I have been working together for several years now in setting up and creating our coaching practice. And we specialize in working specifically with entrepreneurs. So my business background is I have worked with many different types of companies, small businesses, large corporations, in setting up operating systems and helping people. Jeff and I also have both worked in the holistic field. And so this presentation is really heartfelt because we really want to support and connect our community. We are Alternative Balance members as well. And so we hope that you get some great information today. Jeff, do you want to take a minute to introduce yourself, please?
Absolutely. And we just want to remind people, Alternative Balance has a lot of resources in so many different ways. So the website, please go to it. You can learn a lot about business opportunities and ideas, as well as, sometimes promoting your own business and promoting your specific skill. So my name is Jeff Smith. I have worked in television in New York City at CBS, publishing in New York. I've done large national marketing with all the car companies in Detroit, all three of them, including the union. I owned a wealth management firm for about 20 years, so I've managed money. And of course, one of my happiest moments was when I helped my wife start her business, was one of the largest privately held marketing companies in Michigan with clients like eBay and PayPal and Microsoft. And she just sold that last year. And so I've worked with companies to raise venture capital, to do exit planning, to sell their business, all those things. And so Alisa and I just want to remind people that we work together, and Alisa's experience and my experience is very different. And we've had two different journeys, but when we work with our clients, we bring that intelligence together, focus just on you. So let's start. And we love that we're here with the Alternative Balance organization, because everybody here knows how to get grounded and how to do a little meditation. So we're going to invite you to just kind of relax, take a deep, healing belly breath through your nose and let it out. And planting your feet on the ground and feel you're safe and secure in your chair, planted here on Mother Earth, surrounded by amazing people today who all are trying to make a difference in the world. And you all have a business, and with that business, you have a relationship. And so we invite you to close your eyes, keep them open, whatever is comfortable for you. And as you're sitting in your chair, imagine or look across and see a chair next to you. And imagine in that chair is your business. Today is about your business and your relationship with that business. And we're going to bring that business to life. And so we ask you to feel the energy of your business. Feel it start to manifest and form right across from you. You're going to have a conversation, a cup of coffee, glass of wine, whatever it is with your business. Feel that energy, feel that vibration. As you feel that vibration of your business within your body, and notice where you feel this. And notice the color of your business. What color is it? Some people will see an energy orb of sorts. Some people actually see a person. It's different for everyone. So see your business across from you, and now it's time to say something to your business. And so we invite everyone to open and talk to your business in the chat. Please write down some of the things you would like to say to your business. What would you like to say to your business? And Michelle, if you could help us read those so we don't miss any.
Sure.
Right in the chat, just put, what would you like to say to your business?
I'm so
I am
proud
so
of you.
proud of you. Go ahead, Michelle. You can read them.
You are beautiful. You can do this. Welcome and hug you. I love you and I'm so excited to grow with you. I'm going to nourish you so you can grow. You have helped so many people. Thank you for filling up my happiness cup.
I'd like to drink from that. That's beautiful. So thank you for those who can identify that you have a relationship with your business. And in order to have it grow, we want to focus on a few key areas to really grow that relationship so it becomes stronger, reliable, and a relationship you can trust. All right, 1 second.
We have a few more. You give me purpose and I will grow and you will grow me.
Nice.
And so now we're going to switch. And so we encourage everyone just to take another deep breath and just connect to your business and listen. And so as you listen to your business, just hear a few words that your business would like to say to you. What are some feelings, some information that comes through when you connect with your business? What are some of the things that your business would like to say to you? So take a moment. And when you're ready, just if you would please put a few of those words that came to mind, that would be wonderful.
Keep going.
Nice.
What would your business say to you right now? What does it want? What does it need? You're more capable than you ever thought.
Oh, nice. Believe and get serious. Excellent.
Trust yourself. Trust me.
Absolutely.
Need to spend more time to work on me and less in me. On me and less in me. That's beautiful.
Intention, organization, reach out. Beautiful. Excellent.
We can do this. And so it's important for us to really listen to our business because and I love the person who said working on the business, not just in the business. And this is what today is all about. And people who succeed do block out time and protect that time working on their business. And they generally schedule it ahead of time, a certain day of the week. Sometimes it's Sunday, sometimes it's Monday, middle of the week, whatever works for you. Most often it's in the morning when there's a lot of energy there and things like that, but scheduling that time like you're doing today to work on that business and develop that relationship.
And we just want everybody to know what we want you to take out of this exercise is very, very simple. At the most basic, we want you to see that you're not alone, right? Entrepreneurs, a lot of the time, you're working independently, you're working without necessarily having other people to talk to or to get feedback from. And so part of the reason that we did this exercise is we just want to honor and bring to awareness the idea that entrepreneurs have the availability to reach out, and these feelings that you're experiencing are normal and natural, especially for entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. So now we're going to tell a little bit of a story about someone like yourself and kind of see yourself in this story. It is a little bit of a fairy tale. It's about a client that we worked with, and these results really came over a year or more. And so we want to make sure that people understand is, you know, there's nothing happens without a little bit of sweat, without a little bit of failure and bounce back and resilience. So we'll just start the story and kind of see yourself where you're in this, but you're going to learn a little bit about the simple method that we use. Once upon a time, there was a natural healing practitioner, an entrepreneur named Sarah. She had a deep passion for helping people heal through natural remedies and therapies. However, she struggled to grow her business and increase her personal wealth. One day, Sarah came upon the simple method for growing a profitable business and personal wealth. She decided to implement this method into her life and business, starting with strategic planning and formulate a solid business plan. Sarah began to map out a clear vision for her business and set clear goals for the future.
She also took the time to understand her target market and the needs of her clients better. With this knowledge, Sarah was able to begin to create some innovative ideas regarding her healing center design and the environment, as well as how her services were delivered to her clients. She started introducing new products and services to her clients, creating a unique and compelling brand that not only set her apart, but in addition aligned with her on a deeper level. Moreover, she worked to develop a mindset focused on flexibility, growth, and collaboration. She became very involved in her professional organizations, always seeking out new ways to improve and grow her business. She found a new partner that had skills that she didn't have. Together, they played with new ideas and kept each other excited about taking risks and learning new things.
With their business growing steadily, Sarah and her partner, Adam, focused on profitability. They implemented a new client management system and maximized revenue streams. This resulted in increased profit proficiency and personal wealth. Their relationship with money grew wiser and more thoughtful on many levels. They both gave actively to the community programs and charities that aligned with their personal values. As the two partners hired others to work in their wellness center, Sarah and Adam worked on developing their leadership skills so they can empower employees and create a culture of excellence. Finally, Sarah and Adam focused on engaging clients and maintaining strong relationships with them. They made sure to provide exceptional customer service and went above and beyond to exceed their clients' expectations.
Thanks to this simple method, Sarah was able to transform her struggling business into a thriving and profitable enterprise. Not only did she succeed in growing her personal wealth, but she also fulfilled her passion for helping people heal through natural remedies, bringing joy and wellness to the people that she served.
Beautiful. So as we focus on this simple method, I just put it into the chat box again. We want people to think a little bit about where they're at with this kind of planning. Some, it's with engaging clients. Others, it's their relationship with money. And others, it's really the basic business plan moving forward. So Lisa, why don't you describe in detail a little bit what this method looks like?
Absolutely. And so one of the reasons that we developed this system is because when we've been meeting with entrepreneurs, we may be working on one piece or another, and not necessarily in totality or all together. And so in creating this process, we just want to talk a little bit about these different steps. And we also want to acknowledge that everybody on this call in some way, shape, or form is currently working on all of these things, right? And so what we encourage everyone to do when working on these different ideas is to understand that this is not linear, right? We work on different pieces of this every day in some way. And so what we do when we work with clients is we want to encourage them to create and upgrade their systems. And so part of the way that we do that is through strategic planning. And so, for example, let's say that you want to create a strategic plan. We always recommend that you would create that plan and you would implement that for a year. And so that way you have measurement and you have benchmark. So for example, you would put a strategic plan into place, which are creating action steps for your business, and then you would benchmark these on a quarterly basis. Another area that we work with is innovation and exploration. Sometimes entrepreneurs are overwhelmed with the business component of actually running the business, and this doesn't allow time for innovation, to take a new class, to learn some new ideas that we can implement into the business. And so that's part of what we work with. A big part of our focus is on developing entrepreneurial mindset and mental fitness. And we're going to talk about this a little bit more in our presentation. But ultimately, creating a positive mindset is one of the most important things that you can do as a business owner. And so we use a process called positive intelligence, one of the tools that we use, and this was developed by a gentleman named Shazad Shamin, and he is a Stanford researcher. And so as part of when we work with clients, he has an app, and we use the app to build mindfulness. And part of this is also around understanding belief systems, understanding how we judge ourselves and we judge others. Another cornerstone of what we do with coaching is profit and investing. And so we find that entrepreneurs, when they become profitable, may not be reinvesting the profit. They may not be using the profit in the most beneficial way. This is a terminology that we call profit proficiency. And so one of the things that we do is we look at ways that the profit can be maximized. For example, maybe you want to open a SEP. Maybe you want to open an IRA. Maybe you want to start to look for investments outside of the business. And so this is one of the things that we work on. The next piece is leadership and communication. And so leadership ultimately always starts with ourselves, how we speak to ourselves, how we work with others. And part of this idea of leadership is we really work on upgrading the internal and external customer. And so the internal customer is ourselves, how we speak to ourselves, how we speak to our team, and how we work with others in the business. And then the external customer is really our client that we serve, and in return, they pay us, right? And so this gives us revenue to invest in different areas. And lastly, we work with client engagement. And so we work with client engagement in two different ways. The first is retention, because we're firm believers that it's easier to retain clients than to attract new clients. But we also work on attracting new clients and working on different systems to help you to attract.
And just want to add, in terms of communication, this again starts with just one-on-one communication. Everybody on this call has an amazing talent and passion for what they do. And to be able to communicate that in an unbridled, authentic way, we're more concerned with being authentic than unique. And people will really pick up on that passion. And so we use a process called, developed by Judith Glazer, called conversational intelligence. And this conversational intelligence is really getting to a point where people trust you and believe you and know what you're saying. Judith worked with Harvard and Wharton and things like that. And so what we're trying to communicate a little bit here is that we have frameworks, the simple framework, positive intelligence, communication intelligence, and how to engage people on many different levels. So one of the things that Lisa mentioned that's really important is that as we develop business habits, we don't want to do all of them at once. We want to start with one area. And what we want to do is work on that for a while and then develop a second one, a third one, a fourth one, and then come back around. And it's kind of an upward spiral. And when we start working with people on their business, they kind of think it's going to be linear. But I think everybody knows here that when you develop a habit, it tends to be more of a J curve, that you're going to the gym, you're doing something, you're doing the Facebook outreach, the LinkedIn outreach, you're doing your blog posts, and you're just not seeing the results you want immediately. But over time, if you stick with it and know that you're doing the right thing in the right way to the right people, that will start to change and it will start to compound. If 1% a day turns out to be about 37% a year, and then that starts to grow really exponentially. So one of the things we love to do is to help people stick with it. And we want to remind them that creating a system that you can come back to over and over and over again is time's going to move forward. And without that system, you're going to feel stuck. You're going to start changing, trying something new, reading one book and then another book, really sticking to something that you believe in and following it through.
So this next slide is really about building a financial dream team. And so one of the concepts that we work with our entrepreneurs on is this idea of building legacy and building wealth. And so we just want to call your attention to the center of the diagram. And so the center of the diagram is you and your legacy and your wealth. And then the other people that are around the circle, these are all the people that are composed of your financial dream team. And so what does that mean? When we're talking about a dream team, we're talking about putting the right people in the right places so that they can support you in building your wealth and building your business. And so, for example, maybe you currently don't have a business accountant. We would encourage you to add that person. Maybe you don't have an attorney. We would encourage you to work with an attorney to make sure that all of your systems are organized and that you're protected and that your business is protected. Perhaps you're not working with an insurance advisor. Maybe you're independent, or maybe you have a staff and you want to start to offer better benefits. We find that many entrepreneurs, when it comes to financial planning, are either doing it themselves or they're not doing it all. Some people are, burying money in the coffee can in the backyard, right? A lot of approaches to this. And so maybe you don't have a CFO right now, but eventually perhaps you'd like to create a CFO position in your business. And so the idea here is that we bring this team together. Additionally, you may have these different components, but then we would ask the next question of how often does this team meet together? Many times we meet independently with each of these components. I meet with the attorney, the accountant, etc. But in the dream team concept, we bring everyone together for quarterly meetings. And the whole point of the quarterly meeting is to find out how everybody is working to support you in building your personal wealth. Jeff, do you want to add anything?
Yes. And so just to remind everybody is, for a second, just stop for a moment and think about the next advisor that you need to meet with. Who would that be? Would it be an attorney, an accountant? And I want to give you the courage and the confidence to know that you can meet with an accountant, you can meet with an attorney, talk to them about your business. They'll give you 30 minutes or more to kind of tell you what they would do for you. And I also want to encourage you is you don't have to sign up in that meeting, but you can start learning. So you can call somebody at Fidelity Investments and tell them you're a business owner and what you would like to do and learn. And then you can call somebody at Ameritrade and talk to them a little bit more. You can talk to a financial advisor at Raymond James or Edward Jones and just talk to them about what your options are. Obviously, we believe that whether it's us or someone else, hiring a business coach is essential. All the billionaires out in Silicon Valley had a business coach. His name is Bill Campbell. His book is called The $1 Trillion Coach. And from Steve Jobs to Sergey Brin, on and on and on, Microsoft, Google, PayPal, they all had coaches. And as you know, some of you on this call are coaches. And so call people and talk to them. You don't have to sign up for them, with them on that call. And so another couple of people you could meet with is a benefits advisor, who can tell you about healthcare programs for you and your employees, the 401ks, things like that. So stop for a minute and just write down, who is the next person you would like to meet with. All right. Right. Oh, one moment. Sorry. All right.
Okay, and so part of our coaching process, we really work with mindset. And so we just want to touch on the value of positive intelligence. And perhaps in the future, we'll do a presentation specifically on this topic. And so positive intelligence is really working with judgment. And this work also works with understanding our self-sabotaging behaviors. And so we're all judging, we're all perceiving all of the time. And so subsequently, our judgment holds us back. And so, for example, maybe you're hyper-focused, or maybe you're hyper-vigilant, or maybe you're a perfectionist, right? And so what we do is we work to limit the judgment through these positive intelligence exercises. They're called PQs, and there's a PQ gym, there's an app. And so we work on the app every day. And what this does is it also raises what we call our SAGE qualities, our ability to innovate, our ability to be creative, the ability to tap into our internal wisdom. And so when we work with entrepreneurs, we find that mindset and mental fitness are very, very important, because a lot of the time, what is keeping us from taking the action and the next step in our business is actually our judgment and how we perceive it.
Yeah, and to expand on that a little bit more, here's an example of the saboteurs and disruptors and the sages and drivers that can help you make a decision to be the person you want to be and live the way you want to live. And so when people are thinking about their business, oftentimes what jumps up for most people is the inner critic, that judge that says they're not good enough, they're not worthy, things like that. And so when you're working with a decision to expand and scale and grow your business, to do public speaking, to reach out to people, notice what kind of saboteurs come up and just call them. Say, hey, I see you, and kind of feel what they're trying to tell you, but then be able to switch over to the sage power of courage, of innovator, of taking action and moving forward despite what the saboteur is telling you. And so this is a big part of what we do to help people recognize, and we practice it every day with the app to build the muscle. It's like going to the gym, and we actually change your brain on what you perceive and what you see, right? Neuroplasticity. I think a lot of us know about that, neuroadaptability. The only way to do that, though, is with a daily practice. So you come to a choice point and you're more likely to move into the direction that really fulfills you, that gives you peace, that gives you joy.
Okay, and so now what we're going to do is we are going to do a little bit of work together. And so this is the portion where we're going to do a little bit of workshopping. And so grab a piece of paper and a pen, and we just want to encourage everyone to take a couple of deep breaths. And then we're going to dive a little bit into your business. And so I also put these questions in the chat. So if you could take a moment and just to write down the first question, and just give a few words, a few words that come to mind when you think about your business? And so all of these questions are designed for you to think deeply about your business. So the first one here is, what is the biggest problem you're currently facing in your business? And so maybe it's hiring, maybe it's staffing, maybe it's hiring an accountant, maybe it's engaging your clients or developing new clients. So whatever that problem is that you're facing, just take a moment and just start to think about that and make a few notes.
And maybe it could be talking to your significant other or spouse about what you want to do in your business. Talking to them about the money you're going to need or the job you're going to have to walk away from. What is the biggest problem you're facing that if you could act on it, you would like to act on it today?
Everybody ready? Okay, we're going to move on. So in relationship to this problem, what else and who else is this problem affecting? So for example, maybe it's affecting your spouse or your partner. Maybe it's affecting your business partner. Maybe it's affecting your relationship with your family. So thinking about what else and who else this problem affects, and just take a moment to consider that.
And this is an example of peeling back the onion, going deeper, that it's not just the presenting problem, but there's other ramifications, implications that if you solve this problem, you may solve multiple problems, kind of a domino effect. What else and who else does this problem affect?
Okay, we'll give everybody another minute or so. And so now we're going to go on to what are some causes of this problem. And so think about what the root cause of the problem is. Think about what do you feel when you connect to this problem? What is the one or two things around the problem that is causing this outcome? And so
it could be real problems such as not enough money, or it could be more internal in terms of courage, feel of failure. What are you going to do if you quit your job to start your business? Things like that. So what are some of the causes externally or internally of this problem?
And so we'll just give everybody another minute or so. Okay. And so the next question, we're going to switch, and now we're going to look for some positives. And so what are some possible solutions to this current business problem that you're experiencing? And so maybe you need to hire more staff. Maybe you need to upgrade your payroll system. Maybe you need to buy a new computer, right? Maybe you need to work more with an accountant, on and on and on. So think about what the problem is, and then just consider what are some possible solutions that you could implement.
And sometimes solutions can be very complicated or very simple. One solution is just getting comfortable with taking action on the decision. That just, you just need to make the calls. You just need to go meet people on Main Street and introduce yourself to like-minded people, whether it's a spa or an acupuncture center or other people who are kind of similar to you, a yoga, Pilates, something like that, chiropractor. What are possible solutions? Speak at a Rotary meeting.
Okay, so we want to give everybody another minute or so. And so the next thing here is, what is an opportunity that you want to capitalize on? And so let's say, for example, that you've decided that you want to grow your business. Or let's say, for example, that you want to invest more money because you've made more profit this past year. So what is an opportunity that you'd like to capitalize on specifically regarding your business. Maybe it's
This could be
expand-
something, so for one of our clients that made some extra money. And what was she going to do with that money? Was she going to reinvest it into her future for her retirement savings? Was she going to use it for a vacation? Was she going to use it for charity? But what was an opportunity that really aligned with who she felt she was, her values, her identity, that really, hey, that made her feel good. And sometimes it's directly growing your business, and other times it's just a way of expressing and celebrating your success. What is the opportunity that you want to capitalize on?
And so we'll give everybody another minute. Okay, and then, so our last question here is, what are the best strategies or ideas to optimize this opportunity? So, so taking away the idea of I don't have this, or I don't have that, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. Move aside those limiting beliefs for a moment. Let go of judgment for a moment, and just think about if money and time were no object. What are some of the best strategies that you could apply to optimize this opportunity? So thinking about what are some ideas to attract new clients? What are some ideas to develop a strategic growth plan? What are some ideas regarding innovation? Maybe you want to take a new class so that you can add a new modality into your business. So thinking about these different areas where you could expand and grow. And so we'll give everybody another minute. All right.
So this is a good example of just these 6 questions can get a conversation going in terms of what is your next best step. And so now we'd like to open it up to somebody who would like to volunteer and do a little laser coaching. They'll just do 10 minutes. We won't go too deep, but we'll kind of walk through how you might have answered these questions, or what are some of your thoughts. And so at least today you can walk away with one idea, one action that you can take moving toward your goal. Is there anybody who would like to talk about a problem that they're facing and they're not really sure what to do? All right. Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Okay, you can unmute yourself and jump on in.
Hi, everyone. Excuse me. Hi.
Thank you, Jen.
Hi, thanks for volunteering. We appreciate it.
I figured there was going to be 10,000 hands going up. So I was like, oh, whoops, I'm the only one.
So first, please give us a little insight into what is your business.
So I'm a master life coach and I have multiple niches. Right now, I'm focusing on trauma skills, burnout prevention, and my non-12-step relapse prevention.
Okay, wonderful.
Beautiful.
And so in answer to this question, what is the biggest problem you're facing? What is that currently in your business?
Reaching new clients.
New clients. Okay, so client engagement. And when you think about client engagement, how long have you had your business, Jen?
About 2 years.
2 years. Okay, cool. And so when you think about client engagement, what is the most difficult part of that for you, do you feel?
I think coming up with new ways to be seen, be heard, get my message out.
Absolutely.
Because especially my non-12-step, relapse prevention, sober living skills, it's super unique. It's an amazing program. Everyone who hears about it is like, wow, that's amazing. But finding a way to get that message out and say, I'm doing something, it's highly effective. It's got, that actually I've been doing for 9 years. And so it's got time in, it's effective, it's great. Finding that venue for my work.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, Jen, one thing is for sure, you're the only person on this call that has an issue with finding new clients. It's only unique to you. So
Oh, I know, I'm the only
everybody
one.
else you can just watch and
I know no one else has this problem.
That's right.
So Jen, who else besides your business, who else or what else might this problem be affecting?
So I look at it because, I'm single, I don't have kids, but I have animals. And, I really do pamper them, but as they're getting older, there's a few things I'd like to be able to afford for them that are a little out of reach. And then I see it as it's kind of affecting my dad because he's helped me out in the past. And my goal is he lives in the mountains right now and he's 75, not old, but not young. And so I'm trying to get the money together so that I can get a place in town for him to move down here whenever I can drag him out of the mountains. So even though he's not fully aware, it is affecting him and, my ability to help him as he gets older.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, thank you so much for talking about your pets and talking about your father and, showing people that it's not just affecting you and your ability to, build your business and revenue, but as you attack these problems, it's going to solve a whole bunch of other challenges as well. As you prioritize and get really to what is the most important, kind of like that one domino that if you solve this problem, it's going to cascade and solve a whole bunch of other problems. So new clients is critical. What do you think are some of the causes of this? If internal, external, what are some of the causes?
Both. As much as I work with fear of success with other people, I know I have my own fear of success blockages. So that often can look like fear of failure, but in reality, it's fear of success. And so part of it is I used to promote, the business I used to work for, and I used to really engage with other companies. And if companies weren't interested, that was fine because it was my employer's business. And now when I hear like a hard no, it's like, oh, you're attacking my baby. And so moving past that is, I've been working on moving past that and gotten a lot better at that. But I think there is, still this underlying fear of truly being seen and truly being vulnerable. But there's also a lack of knowledge. Like for me, I encourage my clients to reduce their social media time. So, social media isn't exactly where I want to advertise. So I don't have the understanding of what other good ways are. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? And we just want to, I applaud your courage because everybody on this call is experiencing these things, right? And so, especially when we're talking about holistic health and offering alternative health and wellness modalities, culturally it's a balance, right? And so we're always in a position where we have to educate the client and also help the client to feel safe and supported, right? And so, there's a lot of duality in that process. So, so as long as you're working on it every day in small ways, right? I think that is the biggest thing because when we work with entrepreneurs, what we see is, I don't want to look at that right now, right? I don't want to talk about that right now. Right. And so what we're Jeff and I are very positive and we're very focused on celebrating small wins. Right. And so even taking the action of putting a post on Facebook or putting a post on LinkedIn, that is something that is incredibly important. And so just thinking about ways to find solutions for engagement. So let's move on a little bit. So let's look at some of the positives. And so, Jen, when you consider what's going on in your business, what are some positive solutions? And maybe you're not actively engaged in creating them, but you're just taking a moment to think about this, right? And so what are some solutions that you could see in order to grow your business?
Some things I have started doing is I'm doing a blog post monthly and I am posting that on LinkedIn and Facebook. So other solutions is I'm brainstorming with other people I know in the area to find different ways to network. I'm in a like very small town and we just restarted our Chamber of Commerce. So I joined that as a way to just, start networking and say, hey, I'm here. And then other solutions I wrote down is take a deep breath and do it. Contact the Rotary Club again and face that good old fear of success.
Absolutely, absolutely. Beautiful. I love, that's so beautiful. And I love the awareness that you brought to that, because that's really the crux of it. Sometimes what we consider to be failure is really a fear of success. Absolutely. And so Jen, when you think about an opportunity that you could capitalize on regarding your business, what would that be?
So when you guys were discussing it, I wasn't like, I thought I knew what you meant, and then I got a little confused. And so would the opportunity be, I actually had an opportunity fall in my lap last night, which was super awesome. As far as networking, but so would the opportunity be that specific thing, or would the opportunity be like growing my name, reputation, and clients?
So I like the third option, all of the above, right?
Okay.
Right, so I think it's all opportunity. So that being said, we encourage everybody to take small steps, right? And so checking in with yourself and your internal wisdom and your intuition to what feels good to you right now. Does it feel good to you to go bigger, or does it feel good to you to go, okay, I'm going to take this one step? What do you think?
I think a little bit of both, because I always work with my people on baby steps. And so some of my things I have in progress, like I've been working with the local library district to do presentations at local libraries, because I figure people who go to library presentations are connected with the community. And if they don't know my name, or if they don't need my help, when they hear someone who's struggling, they can be like, oh, like I saw this person speak and she actually knew what she was talking about. Like, let me find her card. So that one is a work in progress. And then I have a friend who's unfortunately was in a car accident. And so she's been going to some alternative healers who are apparently all in a network with each other and like cross refer. And so she was talking to her PT yesterday. And the PT was like, I think you need to go to the eye doctor. And she told the PT who her eye doctor was. And she's like, oh my gosh, she's like one of the only people in the state of Colorado who works with brain injuries. And he also happens to be my cousin. And so she also mentioned me and what I do. And she's like, oh my gosh, I want to meet this woman and I want to introduce her to our network. And I was like, boom. And I had been working on like manifesting these opportunities and boom. So
That's awesome.
kind of a big one. So that's actually what I'm doing after we get off the call is a little bit of lunch and then calling her.
Excellent, excellent. Well, you just answered our last question, right? Which is, what are the best strategies or ideas to optimize this opportunity? And so what my observation of this is, Jen, is that you're doing the right things. So that's awesome. So great job, right? Keep it going. And then the other thing is, and this is something that we work with all of our clients, is working to push past that fear, right? There's that little bit of anxiety that shows up. And so I love it when you said that this opportunity has come to you and you're manifesting it, because you are. And that's an amazing thing. And it's a gift to be able to do the work that you do and to support others, right? And so that's why we're here doing our work.
And one thing that jumped out too, Jen, was that, you mentioned the Chamber of Commerce, libraries, Rotary Club, alternative healers, things like that. And thinking a little bit about taking some time to think about, if you were to put together kind of a one-sheeter about who you are, what you do, how you help people. And of course, we've all known people who you help, who are struggling with the challenges that you provide solutions to, and those are massive challenges. And when people have a breakthrough in that area, it's transformational.
Absolutely.
And so just for you to kind of connect for a minute with one person that you've helped and how you transform their lives, and start just writing about that experience and that transformation, because just like we talked about, who else and what else is this affects this problem, who else and what else does this solution benefit? And as you really get in touch with the people that you're helping, it's going to help you overcome any doubt, any kind of fear of public speaking, of reaching out, of promoting yourself, sharing your genius with other people, and just write that story out about this person and how their life changed and the difference you made. We've all known people who we've tried to help in that area, and everything we did just simply didn't work. And so it's one of those things that I know that you help people in a very important way, and for you to get in touch with that. So when you talk to people one-on-one, you can tell a story a little bit like our story of, this is what happened. This is how it worked. This is how you transfer somebody's life. And this was the effect. And this is a little bit about how the process works. And if you can put that on your LinkedIn and really promote the heck out of yourself and get comfortable with this idea of blowing your own horn. A lot of us and a lot of people in the alternative healing space aren't comfortable with what they would call bragging or putting themselves under the spotlight, but it's really in service of helping that person find you easier. So when that person runs across your profile on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever else, they're like, oh, that's my problem. This person can really help me. And so when I say really blowing your own horn on a piece of paper, what does that do for you?
So that is actually okay, because I love it. I have former clients who call me, because before doing this, I worked at a trauma recovery center. So I still have, 7 years of those clients as well who call me and give me updates, and it just makes me so happy. And I anonymously share it with people I know. I had this client call, and they were in this bad space, and now they're doing this and this, and they started their own business, and they're, sober for 6 years now, and blah, 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 blah. So writing out the story, I hadn't thought of writing it as a fairy tale, kind of like you guys did, but I do like that. That's very fun. And then as you were talking, I realized I also just missed a giant opportunity, because one of my other opportunities that came is I've been working with Michelle. Hi, Michelle. And I actually have a 2-part webinar series with Alternative Balance coming up in July on burnout and, burnout mitigation strategies. So anyone who hasn't signed up for that, it's awesome. And it comes from 3 years of research. And yes, I can blow my own horn on that one.
Yeah, getting comfortable with blowing your own horn. And so in the chat, if everyone could just think for a minute and give Jen a gift of advice, give her a gift of encouragement. And so you're in this beautiful community. If everybody could just take a minute and write a note, just a couple simple words to Jen about what you think she should do next, a word of encouragement. We want to kind of crowdsource the genius that's here. After hearing everything that was said, what would you tell Jen to do next or think next? Put that in the chat. You are worthy of receiving money for the gifts you bring to the world. You are worthy for receiving money for the gifts you bring to the world. Absolutely. Thank you, Jen, for sharing, and you are doing the right things, and keep it going, girl. Don't stop. Nice. And Zach is an endurance trainer, and I love that idea. If you're a business owner, you need to know endurance. And I'd love to hear a presentation from Zach about how to stay resilient and keep endurance. All right. So we're going to jump back to the presentation, Alisa.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everybody, for your kind words, and thank you for your help.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Thank you for jumping in. Took a lot of courage. We know you're a courageous person. Thank you.
And so as we start to wrap up, we just want to say thank you to everybody for joining us today. And so again, we know that you could be a lot of different places, but we really appreciate you taking the time to join us. And we really appreciate you and taking the time to invest in yourself and invest in your business. And so as a gift of gratitude, we want to offer everyone on this call a free 60-minute consultation so that we can meet with you a little bit and so we can support you to help you with what you have going on in your business. I know we don't have time to talk to everybody, but we really want the opportunity to connect with you individually so that we can offer some support and offer some solutions. We are solutions-based coaches. And so what we really strive to do is help and support our clients because we really care about what you're doing and the value that you're bringing not only to your business, but to those that you serve. So additionally, what we're offering today is some additional coaching. And so within that, what we would include moving forward. So the first step is we encourage everybody to just meet with us. Again, that's a free consultation, and it's really just more the opportunity to get to know you. And then once we meet and we talk about where you're at, we would then go through the process of working on these steps and working on developing this simple system. And so ideally, what we would include in that would be the Positive Intelligence app would be part of the process. We're asking everyone to consider, ideally, we would look at a 6-month engagement because we really want to help people. And over the course of that 6 months, we would work on these 6 areas of your business. We would work with you in terms of creating more sage wisdom in your business, creating more innovation and opportunity, and working on lessening the judgment. And then additionally, Jeff, we would also work on building your dream team financially.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're big on earning money so you can sustain your business. That is part of the fuel that will allow you to go, week to week, month to month, year to year to grow your business. And so figuring out what is the next person that we need to add to your financial dream team to give you more strength, more confidence, the ability to earn more money. It could be everything from a graphic artist at Fiverr to meeting with an accountant and talking about some ideas and deductions and things like that you might be able to take. We really like to say that when you make a good investment, it doesn't cost anything. You invest $1, you get $5 back. You invest $1, you get $10 back. And so to look at the next best step as an investment, where are you going to get the ROI that you need? And so that you don't have to do everything in your business. Who are you going to delegate it to? Who's the next best person to add to your dream team? And give yourself the gift of meeting with Alisa and I. There's a really good chance we're going to look at the next best step. We are financially fit. We are financially secure. We're not in the business of selling people who are not ready to sign up. We want to really help and make a difference. We learned that that's the best way to attract the right people for us is to help them as best we can. And, we'll do 60 minutes. We might do longer, 2 coaches, 2 different backgrounds, 2 different energies. And so give yourself this gift of going to our website, setting up a meeting, and giving yourself the gift of being with people who really want to help you and make a difference.
And so before we wrap up, does anyone have any questions that they want to ask? No? No question?
I
All
just
right.
want to say, can I say something? I don't
Absolutely,
have a question.
Cindy.
Someone else wanted to say a question. I'd rather them ask their question, but I just have been working with Jeff and Alisa for like just a little under 18 months. And they reached out to me. I didn't feel ready. I felt like I wasn't kind of like ready for coaching because I felt like I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And I felt like I didn't have a clear vision for myself. And, but, I decided because they reached out to me that I was going to just invest in the time and in myself and show up for myself and trust the process because I felt stuck and it felt like completely emotional, like for me, I felt lost in a lot of ways, always working for somebody else, not having my own business. And so this was like the best gift I ever gave myself. I feel in a completely different place today. I measured my monetary, like the money that I'm bringing in today compared to about a year and a half ago, and it's like 60% different. So what I felt like I didn't have enough money for in coaching, I've made up for big time. And I would have not believed it, except for I'm experiencing it today. So I just want to thank you. I feel like I am raising my game every time I show up at my coaching. My business is in a different place. I feel more confident, and it's, you know, they really do care. And it shows in how I feel about myself in my business, in the world. So thank you so much, you guys. And I look forward to meeting everybody else on this call and being a part of Alternative Balance as well. Thank you for introducing me, Jeff and Alisa.
Thank you, Cindy. We love you so much. We're so grateful for you. Thank you. Thanks for, you know, just speaking up, and we love you and we appreciate working with you. We just want to thank everybody one more time for joining us for this call. We're so grateful for your time. If we can help you, if we can be of service to you in any way, please contact us. Please schedule an hour with us. I think you'll be surprised at how much we can accomplish in literally 60 minutes, in a 60-minute discussion. So any other questions?
And I just want to say thank you for everybody showing up. You help people in your own magical way. And the world needs people like you. It's a very chaotic world sometimes, but everybody on this call does something special for people. And so thank you for trying to figure out how to reach out to your communities, to people who can really help and make a difference. So thank you for being here, and thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you, Alisa and Jeff, for this amazing webinar and for being members of Alternative Balance and doing this today for us. And I'm going to follow up with an email to everybody with the recording and a link to your offer. That's very gracious of you to do that. And so we at Alternative Balance really appreciate the offer that you're giving the members. So, and also the Facebook group, I'll post it in there. So just, you know, expect an email shortly. And thank you again. And hopefully we'll see you on the next webinar coming up next week. So thanks so much.
Everybody,
Thank you. Thank you. Infinite love and gratitude. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle.
Have a great rest of the day, everybody. Thank you.